Okay, so you're thinking about studying in New Zealand, or maybe you're already there. You picture the landscapes, right? The great education.
Absolutely. It's got that amazing reputation, stunning scenery, good unis.
But there's often another side to it. Things people don't talk about as much, the stuff that doesn't quite make the brochures.
Exactly. The challenging parts. And that's what we're going to dive into today.
We want to look at the real, sometimes pretty tough aspects of being an international student down under.
Give you that full picture. Because being prepared makes a huge difference. We're talking about things like um, cultural bumps, study pressure, missing home.
Yeah, all that stuff. So let's get straight into it. What's one of the first hurdles students usually face when they land?
I'd say almost always it's the cultural adjustment. It feels like a new world, even if, English is spoken.
Right. Because it's more than just the language itself. It's the way things work, the social cues.
And the language does have its own flavor. The Kiwi accent, for
Oh,
one,
yeah. And the slang. That can really throw you for a loop at first.
definitely. It's those little things. I heard about one student getting directions involving a tiki tour and just being completely lost.
Huh, exactly. Or even just simple things like ordering food, the classic fish and chips example.
It sounds funny, but imagine that in a lecture or trying to follow a fast conversation. Your brain needs a sec to catch up.
Totally. So what's the advice then for someone just arriving, grappling with this?
Well, first off, patience
Mm-hmm.
with yourself mostly, and don't be afraid to ask.
Yes. Just say, sorry, what does that mean? Or could you say that again? Kiwis are generally pretty understanding.
And just observe. Watch how people interact. Be open to things being different. It takes time.
And that kind of leads into the academic side too, doesn't it? Different expectations in the classroom, maybe?
Oh, absolutely. Group work dynamics, how you talk to lecturers,
Hmm.
can all feel a bit different.
Which brings us nicely to the next big challenge, academic pressure.
Yeah, the workload can feel, well, pretty intense,
Hmm.
especially when you're still finding your feet culturally.
You've got assignments, maybe big exams, group projects. It's a lot to manage.
And you suddenly got all this freedom, right? University life.
Hmm.
But managing your time, that's a skill in itself.
It really is. And you can't just let things slide. Missing deadlines has real consequences, sometimes even financial ones with visas and things. That work-study life balance is crucial, but hard to strike.
Super hard. So what can students actually do to cope with that pressure?
Okay, first thing, get organized. Like really look at your course outlines and know the deadlines right away.
Break things down. Don't look at the whole mountain, just the next step.
Exactly. And use the university resources. They have writing centers, study workshops, advisors. They're there for a reason.
Use them and talk to your tutors or professors if you're struggling. Seriously, ask for help, maybe even an extension if you genuinely need it.
Right. The system there, generally, it values learning. It's not always about getting it perfect the first time. They expect you to, engage and learn from the process.
That's a good point. Okay, so we've covered culture, academics. What about the emotional side? That often gets overlooked.
Oh, hugely. Homesickness, mental well-being, it's massive.
Yeah, you're thousands of miles from home, from your family, your friends, your usual support system. It can get lonely.
Really lonely, especially during holidays or when big things are happening back home and you're here.
That feeling of isolation is real. And just being in a totally new place is inherently stressful sometimes, even if it's exciting.
So important to talk about mental health. It's okay to not be okay.
Absolutely. And there's support. Most universities in New Zealand have free, confidential counseling services for students. Use them, please.
Definitely. Don't hesitate. On a practical level, too, try and stay connected back home. Video calls, messages.
But also, and this is key, build your local network.
Yes. Join clubs, sports teams, study groups. Talk to people in your classes. Even just small connections make a difference.
Finding that balance, yeah. Staying linked to home, but also putting down some roots where you are.
Hmm. Okay, let's shift gears to something very practical and often very stressful. Money. The cost of living.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
The financial reality. Studying abroad isn't cheap in New Zealand. Well, it can be quite expensive.
You've got tuition fees, which are higher for international students, then rent, food, transport, books. It adds up fast.
Really fast. And trying to budget effectively when everything's new and prices are different, It's tough. That financial pressure is a major source of stress.
It really can be. It impacts your ability to focus on study to enjoy the experience. It's a big part of that work-life study balance struggle we mentioned.
But there are ways to manage it. Students can usually work part-time, right?
Yeah, usually up to 20 hours a week during term time, sometimes more during holidays. Check your visa conditions, obviously. That can definitely help cover living costs.
And look into scholarships or bursaries. There might be options you weren't aware of. Do the research.
And basic budgeting. Track your spending, maybe use an app,
Hmm.
cook at home more often, eating out constantly drains your wallet.
Use student discounts everywhere. Public transport instead of taxis or ride shares. Look at shared flats to save on rent.
Little things add up. It is manageable for many, but it requires planning and being pretty careful with your money.
Definitely takes effort.
So, yeah, as we've discussed, studying in New Zealand, amazing opportunity, but it definitely comes with real challenges.
Cultural stuff, the study load, feeling homesick, the money worries. They're all part of the package, potentially.
And we wanted to highlight these not to scare anyone off, but just so you go in with your eyes open, be prepared.
Because knowing what might come up helps you deal with it.
Yeah.
And remember, overcoming these things, that's where huge personal growth happens.
You build resilience, you learn so much about yourself, and you're absolutely not alone in facing these things. Support is there.
Think of them less as roadblocks, maybe more as hurdles you learn to jump over. Makes the achievement even greater.
Totally agree. So whether you're just dreaming about New Zealand or you're already hitting the books there, acknowledging the hard parts is really the first step to navigating them.
And hey, if you found this chat helpful, this deep dive useful, make sure you subscribe. We'll have more discussions like this.
Yeah, hit subscribe so you don't miss out. And please, share your thoughts in the comments. We genuinely want to know. What's been the hardest part of studying in New Zealand for you?
Your experience could really help someone else who's going through it. Plus, engaging with podcasts like this, it's actually a great way to improve your listening skills for uni too. Win-win.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for tuning in to this deep dive.
We'll catch you in the next one.